안녕하세요. 풋볼 포레스트입니다. 토트넘 하스퍼의 전설적인 선수이자 아시아 축구계의 영웅 손흥민 선수가 마침내 토트넘에서의 10년의 커리어를 마무리하게 됐고, 이제 손흥민 선수는 미국 메이저리그 사커의 LAFC에서 자신의 축구 인생의 2막을 여는 새로운 도전에 나서게 되는데, LAFC의 스티브 체른들로 감독은 손흥민 같은 선수를 지도하는 것은 전세계 모든 감독들에게는 정말 놀라운 일이라는 인터뷰를 남기면서 손흥민 선수가 미국 메이저리그 사커 팀 입장에서는 그야말로 엄청난 선수라는 것을 인정하는 발언을 남겼습니다.
It's been 2 weeks since Sonny joined the team, so has he mentioned any difficulties related to the team or adapting to life in the US?
He's not mentioned anything to me, and judging by his smiles that he brings every day to work, I don't see any issues. I don't know his living situation, but I'm sure that'll be sorted soon, and that always helps. But he looks very happy, and he's playing well, and so I think it's been a good transition for him.
So in his debut, Sonny played as a right winger, and in the last week's match, he played he used as a center forward. So earlier this month, during the pre-game press conference, you mentioned that his position would be flexible. So does that mean that he's been given as a free role?
No. Flexible meaning we see him as well as our other attackers switching positions during the game. There will be games where maybe he plays on the flanks, maybe he plays through the middle. They have the freedom to change positions during the game, not just Sonny, but Denis, David, and Nate. Jeremy is more of a classic 9. It all depends on the opponent. It all depends on our tactical solutions for that particular match. If there's also a physical and health component, if there are injuries, not injuries, there's many factors that get weighed into a decision like that. But we know what he can do and that he's useful in all attacking positions, and we intend to use him that way.
Okay, so since you arrived, what has been the biggest change in the team atmosphere, training process, or in overall dynamics?
Yeah, I think he has brought a sense of, I think it's a sense of extra motivation that the group has, and kind of a little bit of wind in our sails, and a little bit of confidence that you bring in such a high quality player as Sonny is, and the team needed that, and I think the team is using that, and I think you can see the team playing with a little more confidence, and now it's a matter of maintaining that momentum moving forward in the next couple of weeks to finish in a strong fashion.
From SBS, today's really hot, right? I want to know, like, Sonny can adjust to the LA weather. London is really different than LA.
I wish I had a camera this way to see how you're sweating, and then the question is perfect. We manage training for everyone, and so we take weather in consideration. We take in our physical loading over the past couple of weeks. We take in not just the team's physical state, also mental state, but also individually. So Sonny is finishing his preseason, if you will, and we have shortened training sessions. We have taken the intensity out to be sure that on game day every player feels 100% fresh and ready to go.
I'm Sarah with KBS America. So 2 games in Sonny is already drawn a penalty and set up a goal. What impressed you most about his early?
Nothing. I think his career is well documented, and so we've obviously watched him for many years, function at a high level. I think what stands out the most so far has been his just game intelligence or game IQ, adapting to our league and our way of playing very quickly in a very short amount of time. I think that is what has impressed me the most, but didn't surprise me. We knew he was capable of doing that.
Sonny is still new here, but have you noticed moments in training or games that impressed the team the most?
Yeah, I think I mentioned earlier, he's only been here a couple of weeks, but it feels like he's been here a year. How well his integration process has gone along. That speaks for Sonny, that also speaks for LAFC and his teammates. I think just his ability to adapt so quickly and his intelligence on the fields of learning the MLS, learning LAFC, that has impressed me the most.
So, as a coach and a former defender who faced Sonny previously.
Yes.
So, what differences do you see in a team's defense strategy?
Well, I think a big winner in all of this could be like a Denis or a David or a Nate and a Jeremy when he comes back from injury, or anybody who plays next to Sonny. He'll attract more attention, he'll attract more defenders. Defenders will stay closer to him, he will get double teamed, which will mean that somebody else is open. And so I think there are indirect ways he can help us and how others can profit.
And one more quickly for me. After the match, the last match, Mark Delgado sort of described Son as the missing piece. He talked about how good he's been in linking up play and sort of the fluidity of the team. Do you see Son also as a missing piece? I mean, is that just you're bringing a world-class player and you're getting the benefit of that, or is he specifically sort of plugged in a way that really makes him feel like, you know, like you said, he's been here a year already?
Look, his qualities are what they are. He's proven himself time and time again at the highest levels, and that's what you bring in first and foremost. On top of that, you bring a player whose profile fits exactly what we look for in one of those three positions up top. And I think I've mentioned this before, Sonny is a player we've talked about for many years at this club. That is the type of player that we look for, the type of attacker that fits in well with our system, the type of attacker that will be successful in this league. And we couldn't be happier to finally have him here in LA. And again, his adaptation period has been very rapid and quite impressive.
Casey, this is Charles Bond with MLSsoccer.com. Thanks for your time today. I too have a Son question. You played with and against some huge names in his career and as a coach. What is the whole show like around Son? Just the fan response. I know he hasn't played at home yet, but the response you're seeing in the stadiums, the media coverage, just the excitement that he seems to promote. Can you compare that to anything you've seen in the past?
It's been very positive and uplifting, and busier. I mean, it was similar to when I was named the head coach. Similar vibe around the club. No, it's been awesome, and it's great for us. It's great for the league. It's great for Sonny. But when you get to know him as a person and you see his charisma and you feel his presence, it's very understandable too, and it's very logical that he does excite people and fans, members of the media, and people around our club. I see our youth coaches and employees around the club want to watch more training sessions. 2 weeks ago we couldn't be more boring, now we're not. So yes, it's an out of excitement and level that players of his stature bring to our club. And we've had some experiences with in the past with some other players, whether it's Giorgio, Gareth Bale, Carlos Vela, to name a few, obviously Hugo and Olivier. So we have some experience, but Sonny is in his own right a little different, and also anytime you bring in something different, it's a little more interesting too, and so it's wonderful to have that as well. And again, we're very, very pleased he's here.
확실히 체른들로 감독은 이때까지의 감독 커리어가 프로 감독 경력이 LAFC가 전부인 인물이기 때문에 손흥민 선수 같은 슈퍼스타를 지도할 기회는 많지 않은 인물인 만큼 감독으로서 손흥민 선수를 지도한다는 것은 흥분될 만한 일임에는 분명합니다. 그리고 손흥민 선수는 특유의 친화력을 바탕으로 LAFC에서도 빠르게 적응을 했다고 체른들로 감독이 이야기를 했고, 현재 LAFC 선수들 또한 손흥민 선수 같은 슈퍼스타와 함께 뛴다는 사실 그 자체만으로도 행복해하고 있다고 하는데요. 과연 손흥민 선수가 미국 무대에서는 어떤 활약과 커리어를 쌓게 될지 앞으로의 손흥민 선수의 축구도 계속해서 기대를 해보겠습니다. 아무튼 오늘 영상은 여기까지고요. 영상 재밌게 보셨다면 구독과 좋아요 그리고 댓글 부탁드립니다. 감사합니다.